What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and today I thought I'd show you just one combo, and I saw this in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Remote Duel Invitational, just happened like this week. This is a combo. I think her name was Elise. She did Dragon Link, and she used Rusty Bardiche, and I was mega confused when I was watching it. They also started the match like a little late, so I didn't see the beginning of the combo. So I'm literally going to show you. I've deconstructed her hand. I know all 5 cards that were in there, so I'm going to explain the full combo to you. And hopefully it'll make more sense for you. Either you're looking to play Dragon Link or you don't really understand it and you want to know how to play against it. So yeah, I'm going to slow this down a lot. This is a decent hand, I suppose, when you look at it. Absoluter is actually really nice. If you control a rocket launcher, you can special summon this card from your hand and do this search. I didn't really even know that you could also special summon. It doesn't really come up that often because it's run by one, but anyways, if you open a rocket plus Absoluter, it's just insane. So you can go ahead and normal summon the rocket recharger. It's kind of going to be your play starter. And since you control a rocket monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. What you're going to want to do, even though you already have another boot sector launch, like through the end of your combo, you're going to need discard fodder. So you do want to go into Striker Dragon. You run multiple copies of it. So in this case, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to search the second copy of Boot Sector launch, which is great. And now you can convert these two. Normally it's Romulus, but you don't even need Romulus for the rest of this combo, which is pretty bananas. Just the way the hand was constructed, I suppose. So there's the Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. It's a bounce and special summon, which is really cool, but that's for next turn anyways. And since Absoluter was sent to the graveyard, it's going to go ahead and search you your Rocket Tracer. Now you can activate one of your copies of Boot Sector launch and use the effect that you can special summon up to 2 rockets with different names in your hand. And since you only have one, it's just going to be the Rocket Tracer, which is great. Rocket Tracer can pop a card to special summon a rocket monster from the deck. So now you kind of have this nice trio of rocket monsters. The Silver Rocket, the Rocket Tracer, and you have the Rocket Recharger. And that is actually going to come up later with a Quad Boral, but you'll see anyways. You can convert both of these, doesn't really matter which one, the first one into a striker and the next one into an LP. The reason you do this is so that you have these 2 zones you're pointing to. If you wanted to, you could go into Pisty LP, I suppose, but she chose to do it this way, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. So now from the deck, as you guys can probably guess, you're going to summon Omni Dragon Brotor, which is searches, you get to target a face-up monster in the field, discard 1 card, and add a monster from your deck to your hand with the same type and attribute. So you can target itself, target the Omni Brotar, and that's going to search you a Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Besides the fact that it's a free special summon, it also can shuffle a card from your opponent's hand back into the deck. You can convert the Striker Dragon and the Guard Dragon LP into a Dillingerous Dragon. Again, this will come up later in the combo. And you can convert both of those into a Rusty Bardiche. This is the part of the combo that I found really interesting and kind of why I showed it to you guys. Rusty can send a Boots to grab a Fog Blade. If you guys have been watching my Pendulum videos, I do the same thing. Boots can actually banish itself from the graveyard to search a second Fog Blade. And so 2 forms of interruption. And you can go ahead and set that now. You can banish... when she did her replay, and I think this is probably also the right choice, she banished one of the strikers, one of the LPs, and the Absoluter, since there's not going to be any use out of it anymore. And that's going to shuffle a random card from your opponent's hand. Next, there was a World Legacy Guard Dragon, so it lets you target a level 4 or lower dragon monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, or special summon it. So you can special summon back a Tracer. I don't think that necessarily matters, but it can be any of the rockets at this point. But since a rocket monster was special summoned, like I said, this will come up later, you can special summon the Dillingerous Dragon, which is great. Now you can convert the Tracer and the Chaos Dragon Levianeer into a Quad Boral Dragon. What this allows you to do is target a face-up monster in the field. You cannot special summon Link 2 or lower monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Destroy the targeted monster. Then if it was a Link monster, you could special summon any number of rocket monsters with different names from your hand or graveyard up to its Link rating. And obviously, as we all know, there are 3 different ones in there, which is exactly what we're going to do. And like I said, that's why that search came up in the beginning, because you do have to have all the discard fodder you possibly can. And since Rusty is a Link 3, you can special summon 3 different rocket monsters from your graveyard, which is fantastic. Now what you're going to do is change the recharger and the tracer, and you're going to use it to synchro summon into the Borreload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon can equip the Rusty Bardiche, so it has a nice decent attack boost, plus you have 3 negates, 3 counters on it. Now you can convert the Quad Borrel and the Dillinger's Dragon, it is banished after that effect is used to special summon itself back, into an Unchained Abomination. Besides the fact that it's a pop, there's actually a really good interaction here at the end phase, so you'll declare the end phase. Then that triggers Unchained Abomination to target a card on the field to destroy it. And since Silver Rocket was targeted by a Link monster, it doesn't have to be a Dragon Link monster, which is kind of insane. Lets you look at your opponent's entire extra deck and banish 1 card from it, which could be really important depending on the matchup. So whatever, it could be, this is obviously like a mirror match, but that does that. And then since it was destroyed, it actually special summons from the deck a Rocket Tracer. And now when it destroys something, it'll also during your opponent's turn be able to pop something. So you're going to be able to bounce something, you're going to have an Omni Negate, you're going to be able to destroy something, and then you have the 2 Fog Blades. That was what she used against Kobe, and he's kind of the engineer of Bird Up. And obviously, this is just almost impossible to get past, right? So yeah, that was the combo I wanted to show you guys. Not too complicated, actually, when you go through it. It just looks like it, and especially when I did, I was like, what in the world is this? But let me know what you guys, if you guys have any other combos you want me to do. There's going to be another one tomorrow, I think, for Magic Key. Although it's not really Magic Key, and I'll explain that. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.